Alright. Let's get the game up on the screen. Check to make sure chat's working. I think it is. It is. Alright. Let's just pause the music and get to it. So, on yesterday evening's stream, started a file of Mega Man Battle Network 6. And today, we have suspend point right on the beginning. Right on the startup screen. You know what? Since the game's letterboxed anyway, because it's originally on the GBA resolution, I'm just gonna make it big. Alright. You probably noticed that big ol' S right under Gregar's eye there. Well, there's a reason for that. That is one of the various, file stars. The Mega Man Battle Network series kind of has, things that let you know that your save file has accomplished certain things. That's the one for connecting our file to Cybeast Falzar and getting the Mega Chips from that. Since you can't do that on the Virtual Console, that's the star that we get for opening the communications menu once. Alright. So what were we doing last time? Oh right, we were writing 3,000 words. And as we get out here, you have mail, Lan. Let's check out that email. Alright. So the director of the aquarium sends us something. Didn't get the chance to thank you properly, so to say thanks I wanted to send you something special. I call it the tag chip system. So what it sounds like, it lets you tag up to 2 chips. For instance, you can tag Sword with Area Grab, then when Sword appears on the custom screen during battle, so will Area Grab. This is a pretty useful feature. I don't actually remember this feature existing, but when I was doing a little bit of practice, I learned about it. Select up to 2 chips to tag up. However, the chips must add up to less than 60 megabytes. Oh yeah, Light is anxious to see his 2 friends. Don't forget to stop by the aquarium. I also realized that I have the sound on my gamepad playing all the way over there. So I am going to, real quick, turn the sound off of that. Please jack off immediately. Shit. I'm not really prepared for that. How you doing, Joker? Alright, so since we have the tag system now, I'm going to set Wide Sword and Area Grab together. And there we go. So when this specific Wide Sword chip appears, Area Grab should also appear. Debated doing this one for retro achievements. I mean, I'd probably go for it, but I just like Battle Network 6. Although, I also don't know what the retro achievement set is, so it's probably got some tedious stuff in it. Ah, they only have Falzar? I don't know any of the bosses in Falzar. But hey, that would be cool. Oh, you really put a lot of effort into this. I've been waiting to see how you do. I hope you've learned there's no sleeping in class. Yes, Mr. Mock. Good, glad you understand. You know, people make mistakes all the time. We've got to keep moving forward. Speaking of mistakes, why don't you come on over here? Mock is short for macchiato. That explains why his pompadour is so poofy. It probably doesn't actually explains why his pompadour is so poofy, but you know when you drink coffee, it makes your hair fluffy. Probably doesn't actually. I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't know. You're the new student teacher, nice to meet you. The name's Mr. Match. Alright, cool name. So people who've played previous Battle Network games before will recognize this asshole. It's you, Match. What are you doing here? Now, why is this kid's voice kind of familiar? Yep, these two have quite a history. Yeah, that's right. I've known this kid since he was small. He's practically my little bro. Little bro, what are you? Relax, I'm not up to anything. Starting today, I get to teach you kids and do some research for school while I'm at it. It's not a great place or nothing, but I'm in college now. And of course he's researching fire. It burns everything. That's what you're up to. Don't give me that look. I meant what I said. I'm gonna put all I've got into this. Oh yeah, Lan, I want to show you something after this. Be in the back of the lab. What's the story with the red guy? Which one? Pompadour McTracksuit or Beard McGlasses Face? If we're talking about the dude that Lan's kind of being a little bit snarky to, so Mr. Match, was a villain in several of the previous Battle Network games. He's the first major opponent in Battle Network 1. Then in Battle Network 2, he's like neutral, he isn't doing anything bad. Then Battle Network 3, he almost burns down the entire internet. Then Battle Network 4, he's back to kind of being just a neutral party. And now in this game, he's arguably a good guy? Just go get your stuff and then come see me, alright? So Lan's got a little bit of a history with this guy. But I also just realized he's probably the most recurring villain in the series, too. Maybe he's really turned over a new leaf. Guess I'll give his class a try. Alright. I'm gonna go get his stuff from the classroom first. And then we'll be introduced to what Mr. Match wants to talk to us about. So yeah, if I were to put it in like some terms, some people are a heel, some people are a face. Mr. Match is a goddamn revolving door. And we're introduced to her again. Are you a student here? Ah, I almost forgot. Thanks for the other day. You know, for pointing out that copybot to me. Well, what was a copybot doing there anyway, I wonder? So, do you like fish? You were looking at them that day, too. The most awkward conversation. Can fish really live on land? Probably not. But hey, we get a name. Irisa, I'm Lan, right? Thank you for saving me that time. Wow, you remember. Glad you remember me. So what were you saying just now about fish? Nothing. Sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions, but which class are you in? Not in this class, are you? I'm... And we got a phone call. You've taken 3 seconds more than you needed to, Lan. I'm angry at you. Alright, but I guess technically we have our stuff now. I cutscene's really just there to set up a new character. Alright, but we're actually getting into one of the coolest parts of this game. So let's talk to Mr. Match. Oh hey, Lan. Alright, let's get my awesome class on the road. Don't hold back on me. Don't worry, I won't. I'll show you. When you go up against fire, you're in for one hot battle. Oh yeah, do you know about the cross system yet? Cross system? No. Alright, the cross system is the newest thing. With this new technology, you can take one Navi's skills and let a different Navi use them. So basically with this system, Mega Man can use Heatman's flame skills. But to be able to get that other Navi's power and make it your own Navi's, you've got to learn the basics of that skill. So we're going to be learning the basics of using fire to get the power of Heatman. Well, when it comes to fire, you're the expert. I mean, you've almost burned me to death a couple times, so that's cool. Let's give it a shot. But in this class, you can't use Mega Man. Instead, I'm gonna let you use Heatman. You want me to? Yep. If you want to learn to play with fire, nothing beats using a real bona fide fire Navi. See that computer? Heatman's in there, so go give it a try. And we got the school's passcode, too. Alright, so we're introduced to one of my favorite, coolest parts that they also kinda did in Mega Man Battle Network 5, but they fleshed out a lot here. And in the DS port, I guess. We get to play as other Net Navis. So we get to play as my boy Heatman, and I love Heatman's Battle Network design. It's so good. I'm always in this computer, so if you ever need me, I'm here. It's great to be partners with you. Alright girls, if you're done yakking, let's get started. Best way I know to learn the basics is to just do it. Now in Central Area, I've left a few of these guys. These are kettle viruses. You can't hit them with anything other than a fire attack. But you'll boil them right up if you use a fire-based attack. And what temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. So if you use a fire-based chip on a kettle, you'll do 100 damage to them and get them really steamed up. Alright, so we've got to fight all these kettle viruses, and the way to do that is to bring their damage to 100. Beat them all and we can call it a day. Alright, Heatman time. So since we're actually playing as a completely different Net Navi now, you might notice that the Mega Man tab on the pause menu is now just status. We can also see, you know, he's got a little bit of his own personality. He's still got some of the same limitations that Mega Man has right now, so 5 Mega Chips, 1 Giga Chip. His Buster starts at all of his stats being level 1, but on the other hand, his charge shot is completely different, and he's got 300 health right from the start. Alright, let's grab that passcode. Now, there's also something else as well. Now, I know where the kettle viruses are, but I'm just going over here to show that A, Heatman can also grab mystery data for Lan, which is really cool. And B, the enemies on the internet are also changed as well. I guess also to show off, every Navi that you link with also has their own special ability that they can use as well. So for instance, Heatman has the ability to perform Heat Press here. It takes up a battle chip slot, and of course it's of a code based on the Navi's name. You know what, let's show it off first. So Heat Press hits everything in kind of a plus sign motion, and I believe it either deals extra damage or has a braking effect on whoever Heatman lands on. But also, all the viruses on the internet are different now that we're playing as Heatman. We're getting a lot of fire element viruses, which is cool because we can get a lot of fire element battle chips, and we do need those. Stomp again. Let's Turn into a big dumb Zippo lighter. Love his design though, he looks like a madman. Of course, we can also change our folder around as well, so since we need fire chips, how about... what do we want to replace? I'll replace these Vulcans with these, and then the mini bombs with E and F. There we go. That way I can also set up for a program advance. Alright, here's a kettle burning for a fight. Let's start it up. Alright, there are 4 kettle battles we need to do here. If you think it's gonna be easy to defeat these guys, think again, as these kettles, they don't actually attack you, but you'll notice that they constantly regenerate health, or basically they're constantly cooling down. The best way to deal with them is to clog as much damage as you can on them, or just hit them with fire attacks. They can only be damaged with fire attacks, but once you do 100 damage, they will boil over. You want to get out of the way of them boiling over too. Because when they boil over, obviously they are spewing hot water everywhere, and you don't want to get touched by that. Now Heatman can also go into shops as well, but I don't think that HP memories actually show up when you're playing as another Navi other than Mega Man. Which makes a lot of sense, honestly. We got more enemies here. Now Heatman can also make use of Buster Up as well, which increases all of his parameters. I forget how much it buffs his charge shot by. Oh, it buffs it by 20. That's... Ooh, that's actually a pretty big amount of damage, having like a 60 power charge shot this early on. Right, let's get some money. I think one of my favorite parts about Mega Man Battle Network is just that a lot of the Navis basically kind of use their classic series counterparts as a base for their design, but it looks really cool. Like, a lot of them are just these really cool takes on like, hey, here's what we had in the old NES games, but let's polish things up a bit to make them look like crazy and stuff. And it really works. I think there are only like a couple of NetNavis that are based on their classic series designs that I don't think look good. But anyway, here's a kettle. Let's fire it up. I'm hoping to get a few more fire chips too. Alright, just get cannons to take care of these guys for now. Burn everything. So you'll notice that guy's a little bit far back there. We're not actually going to be able to hit him with our charge shot. Shoot, actually that's a really bad thing. We might have to stall a little bit until we can get Blast Man's chip up now. Yeah, because he regenerates, cools down crazy fast. So unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of waiting here. I probably should have picked the fire burn chips instead, but I don't have many of them. And I'll chance fire hit. I don't think it'll hit. Oh, it will hit. Okay, never mind. We totally got this, and I threw it away like an idiot. How's about? Well, in that case, we can just do this. Oh, it's to set 3 squares ahead. Okay, never mind. Schmack. Wow, I really did shoot myself in the foot with this, didn't I? Area grab would be super nice. Yeah, not even Navi Chip is going to be able to damage these things. Hello, RNG. I would like Blast Man's battle chip, please. Thank you. I would like it a lot. It's a good thing I'm not ranked on these. Oh, that's actually good. Okay. Well, in lieu of Blast Man, let's blast this thing with our power. Firepower. Unfortunately, however, it's going to be a little bit slow to deal enough damage to this thing because of how fast they cool down. I have incredible accuracy at shooting myself in the foot. There we go, there's Blast Man. Let's finish him off. Boom! There we go. Again, Blast Man's chip is super good to get this early, especially because Blast Man EX is not a hard boss. Better than I expected. You got through level 2, next is level 3 in Central Area. Alright, we're starting to get a little bit of the hang of it. Alright, next one's not over here. What? It was over here last time. Oh, no, I know. Okay, because you have to fight this guy and then the last one spawns. Okay. Alright, let's heat things up. You go back there. Never mind, you're not gonna stay back there, Mr. Stove Face. Yeah, these things cool down so quickly. I have to get used to the timing of just immediately sending that charge shot out. Well, we can kill one of them at least. Oh, it hits both of them! Oh, I didn't even realize that. I never used this battle chip, honestly. I prefer the other fire chip, but we have more of these, so... Oh shit, this is gonna be a lot easier than I expected. Hang on. Let's get this money. And by money, I mean, health. Money for nothing. Alright, time for the last one. All 3 of these are kettles that we need to deal with. So I'm gonna burn up a little bit of time. Pun very much intended. No, you know what? I wanna see this program advance, so I wanna burn up a little bit more time here. Sugar book. Well, at the very least, we have to power up to our charge shot now, so it charges faster and deals more damage. Ah, dang it, we need just one more. I just needed an F. I just needed an F. Come on, game. Might not be doing the greatest job of showing off how cool this game is, but... RNG is just something you have to deal with. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna fight this guy. Show up. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna punch these guys. Thankfully, having the faster charge from the Buster up does help out a bit. Alright, we got it. He's past level 4, but can you pass the final exam? The final exam is, of course, a fight against Heatman himself. Test is a net battle with Heatman. Of course, you'll operate Mega Man. You should have figured out how to use fire by operating Heatman, right? So fire attacks shouldn't be a problem for you. Alright. Ooh, that's actually a pretty decent assortment of chips right off the bat. And by that, I mean, I would like for you to come forward so I can stab you with my sword. There we go. Alright, back off. Alright, he's gonna start using Heat Press on us now. But Heatman 1 should be a pretty easy fight. Let's get everything going. Wow, that was super late, and it still gave me the counter hit timing on that. D, E, F. Let's see that program advance. Flame Hook 1. Alright. That was pretty cool. Big ol' punchy. And we got Heatman's battle chip. Nice. You impressed me, kid. What a red hot battle. I mean, you're no pro like me, but you seem to get how to use fire now. Lan Hikari, congratulations on passing your final exam. For passing, Heatman is going to be one of your Link Navies. What's a Link Navi? Basically, Heatman's linked to you, kind of like how Mega Man is. That means you can operate Heatman anytime you need to. You've earned that right. You've taken my class and learned the basics of how to operate Heatman and how to control fire. And one other thing. Because you've learned how to control fire, Heatman's power has been building up inside Mega Man. So you should be able to pull the Heat Cross now. Can I really build up that kind of power? Because I don't feel any different. Guess so. Guess you're only gonna know if you see for yourself. Alright, it's gonna tell us how to use cross fusion. So with this, we can select Heat Cross. Now that's how you activate a cross. Now to try it out. Heat Cross will launch a firearm with 3 panels forward when powered up. Fire chips that don't dim the screen will also get attack plus 50. Not to mention that the Buster attack will be plus 1. Alright, so we got more powerful chips going for us. So with Heat Cross, we now have the ability to use more powerful fire chips, and our charge shot is replaced with a flamethrower. Using Cross to link with Navi will give you its power, but you're gonna have to keep track of a few things. You take 2 times damage against hits that exploit your weakness, as well as break your link with the Cross. In this case, Heat Cross is weak against Aqua Element attacks, so that will do critical damage. All that's up now is for you to fine-tune it in battle. Whenever you want to operate Heatman, just come here and use that computer. Thanks, mysterious weird man. I'm sorry I busted both the terrorist organizations you were part of, but at the very least, you've got a cool net navy, so that's neat. Alright. Exit the school and something's up. Isn't that Tab and Mick? Let's go ask them. Yo, Mick, Tab, what's going on? Looks like that chick's doing some sort of promotion. Looks like you're just in time. Hello, Central Town, and how is everyone doing today? I'm pleased to announce that at this time tomorrow, we'll be holding a special Compu-Dancing Jamboree in Central Area 3 to celebrate the opening of the expo. We're going to be giving away great gifts and prizes, so tell all your friends, the more the merrier. That's kind of interesting. Want to check it out if you've got time? Yeah, sure. Tomorrow, huh? As long as you don't get detention again. My family's chip shop is reopening today. I have to work, so I can't go. But even though I can't go, I hope you'll come to my store to stock up your chips. Alright, I'll see you this time tomorrow in Central Area 3. Alright, so with that, we now have access to Asterland, the chip store, which basically functions like Higsby's chip store does in the previous 5 games. Bye, creepy clown lady. Oh, we have email. It's notes about Heatcross. Alright. Before we do that, however, let's go check out Asterland. Alright, so as per usual in the chip shops, Asterland has a few things of note. For starters, the number trader. Although this time it's shaped like Tab's head. This allows you to input an 8-digit number, and depending on the number you input, you might actually get something useful out of it. I'll probably look up a set of codes later to get some rewards for it, but I'm not gonna be doing that right now. Second, the chip trader. If you want to play the gacha, now's your chance. You trade in 3 of your battle chips, and you will get a random battle chip in return. So we got a fire hit E in return. Now the big caveat here, however, is that the chip trader will also automatically save your game when you use it. So you can't just load your game. Okay, well, in theory, you can't just load your game to try to cheese the system. However, since we're on Virtual Console, we do have save states. But I'm not gonna worry about that quite yet. There's a bunch of things that we can also take a look at. The request board! Starting in Battle Network 3, there was actually a bulletin board that you can examine that will give you different jobs. In Mega Man Battle Network 6, of course, you have different jobs that will give you different rewards, and more will open up as you play the game. Now here's something interesting. In the Japanese release of the game, a bunch of the jobs were actually locked behind e-reader cards. And for those of you who didn't know about the Game Boy Advance e-reader, it was a special thing that you could use. You plugged it into your Game Boy Advance through the cartridge slot, and you could actually swipe different cards to get different effects. There were a couple of games that used them, but it was a lot more popular in Japan. Now, since some of these quests are based on, or, can only be unlocked by swiping the e-reader cards, for the North American release of the game, all of those are just in the game right off the bat. You don't have to use anything to unlock them. And that's good because they actually unlock a special boss battle if you do all of the jobs. And getting all of the request BBS is basically how Capcom made up for having to get rid of some of the content in the Japanese version. I'll talk about that in due time because that's an entirely different bag of worms that was also kind of necessary. Alright, we have a shop program here. Got a table. Alright. Oh, I guess we can talk about it right now. So this battle chip right here, this is Gundel's Soul. Now you might be thinking, Gundel's Soul? Seems like a really weird battle chip. So this is actually a weapon from a completely different game that the Mega Man Battle Network series started to cross over with. So in the 2000s, around the time of the Game Boy Advance, Konami created a game series called Boktai, directed by Hideo Kojima, so you might know from the Metal Gear series, from Snatcher, Death Stranding. Boktai was a very interesting game. I don't know if it was exactly that great, but it was a very interesting game because it actually had a sunlight sensor built into the game pack. And what that meant was that the game actually would scale the difficulty depending on how much sunlight was around you. So it was kind of intended to get people to, you know, play their Game Boy Advances outside, which is good because you need like 5 times the intensity of the sun to see the original Game Boy Advance's screen anyway. So Battle Network 4 and 5 featured big crossovers with Boktai, and that's because Boktai 1 and 2 were released in North America. Boktai 3, however, the game that Battle Network 6 crosses over with, was not released in North America. And as such, crossover content for Boktai was sort of removed from the game. There was an entire area of the post-game that in the North American version is just gone. There's an entire crossover boss fight that is just gone. The only things that remain are occasional posters that you'll see of Django, the protagonist of the Boktai series, and the Gundel Soul chips. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. For a long time, people thought that the only reason why the Boktai crossover stuff was removed from the North American version was because Boktai 3 didn't release in North America. And that on itself is fair enough, but it turns out that that's only part of it. See, Mega Man Battle Network 3 fit so much content onto one little Game Boy Advance cartridge that they actually had to get rid of parts of the game. So this post-game area and the crossover boss fight in order to fit the English translation. Now you may be wondering, okay, well why did they keep the e-reader stuff? Because the e-reader stuff was technically part of the game already. But yeah, Rockman EXE 6 was so big that when it got localized, they had to nerf it. Now, as for the chip shop, I'll buy 2 Gundel Souls. You can get a few useful chips here. Air Hockey is a pretty damn useful chip, so is Drill Arm. I remember that one from 5. Long Blade, which is like our longsword chip with much higher power. Wide Shot, which is, well, exactly what it says on the tin. And Big Bomb, which is a bomb that explodes in a 3v3, a 3x3 explosion. 3x3. Not 3v3. It's not Marvel vs. Capcom, it's just a bomb. Now that I've explained way too much about Battle Network 6, hi Tasty Cookie, how are you? Alright. Since we've done that, I think the next thing to do is just to progress the story along a little bit. And take a drink. Reporting in, sir. Central Area 1, 2, and 3 are all clear. Didn't that Navi incident happen here a few days ago? Ah, yes, sir. We day patrol officers took care of it, though. That may be true, but it's too quiet around here. It's times like these when you're overthinking the situation, sir. And then they were both murdered. Yeah. As long as this isn't the calm before the storm. How am I doing this morning? I am doing pretty darn well. Had a muffin, so I can't complain. Time to head out of that dancing festival. Don't you mean the computer dancing jamboree? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get going to the jamboree. Oh. We were interrupted mid-dramatic pose. What is it, Mom? You have a guest. Hurry up and come downstairs. Guest? Who could it be? Mom, there's a guest? Oh, she was here a second ago. Huh? She left? Yeah, she should still be close by, though. Who was it anyways? Well, it was a cute girl with 2 big hair clips. She looked kind of sad. I bet it was Iris. Is she your friend? Yeah. Did you have some kind of plans with her? You should try to find her. Okay. Hey, there you are. What's wrong? I'm a bit shocked because I didn't think you'd ever want to talk to me about something. So what's up? Promised I'd meet my friends on the net right now. Hey, I know. You want to come hang out with us on the net? You mustn't. Mustn't? What? You mustn't go on the net now. I have a bad feeling about that event. Here we got phone call. It's from Mick. Mick, sorry, I know I'm making you wait. Whatever. Central Area 3 is kicking, so hurry up. Hey, something's going on stage. Meanwhile... Oh, this guy. Looks like something's about to start. Welcome, everyone. Circus Man, start dancing. Oh, that's a good dance, though. That dance looks like fun. The dance is so strange, but it's pulling me along. It's wonderful. I feel like my heart's being sucked in. Wow. It's like I don't even have to use any energy. Huh, don't have to use energy. You're just faking. Do you even know how to dance? Hey, hear that, Lan? Hurry up, there's a dance going on. You two are missing all of the fun. Huh? What in the... Why is your HP dropping? And everyone died. Wow. Oh my god, I didn't even realize his open mouth like that. Hang on, just a second. I just need to see. That's a good face. That is a damn good face. Also, everyone's dead. Circus Man, begin the operation. The seal is only going to be down for a little while. Give them those energy balls and they will arise. So we're introduced to one of the most threatening navies in the game. Not even kidding about that. Circus Man. Hoo. Have these fish eggs. I've been saving them. They're rising. What's rising? Wake up, the Cybeasts. They're here. Cybeast Gregar, Cybeast Falzar. Can't move very well when you just get up, can you? Want to capture these two, it has to be now. Circus Man, activate the program and show me just how much you can carry. What power? I'm getting sucked in. What are you doing? Put some back into it. Dealing with wild animals is your specialty. Full power! Full power, clown! Ha! I've got a bird. I did it! I caught a Pokemon! One more. Freeze! We're the police, and we're actually gonna try to do something for once. Net police. Patrolling around the net. Battle specialists, huh? Annoying pests showed up after all. Sir, we've managed to jack out all the Navis who fainted. What do you intend to do with the Cybeast, scum? Lousy timing. Circus Man's strength is limited. If we escape now, we'll lose the other Cybeast. And fighting this many net police would be really bad. Not good. I'm out! I've come out of my cage and I feel just fine! Sounds like something really bad happened on the net. Mega Man. Mixed Navi. No, the entire net is in trouble. I've gotta go. I know it's dangerous, but my friend's in trouble. Thanks for the concern, but I have to go. Alright. Things are gonna go from bad to, well, bad. Well, we have to connect. Well, first we have to check our email. There's been an incident on the net. As the situation is dangerous, we advise you not to jack in. Those who are jacked in net should jack out now. Alright. But that doesn't matter. Okay, first, before I go, join this. I'm actually gonna move this over here. So I can get this HP plus 50 program in. Alright, now I've got 230 health. And we got mail. I heard that there are lots of events for the expo being held all around Cyber City. Man, I wish I lived in a cool place like that. I hope they have a cool event here in ACDC Town. Alright, well, we don't have cool events right now, we have murder. What? Well, I guess we just follow the trail of bodies. I don't know, but we gotta keep going. Let's go, Lan. Alright. Let's grab this first. Oop. We have some different enemies, ones that we haven't seen in this area before. Deal some damage. It ain't much, but it's good damage. There we go. No new chip data, but that's fine. The shop's gone, too. You might have heard that roar off in the distance. Oh, we got new enemies. Armadillos! I love armadillos. Okay, well, I don't know about if I love them in this game, but armadillos will obviously try to attack 3 squares ahead. When they roll up in a ball like that, they are immune to most damage. Not all damage, though. Oh, the other guy blocked. Oh man, that was definitely like a get down Mr. President kind of moment there. Just blocked the shot for him, just like, I'll save you. There we go. Who will save you now? We get Iron Shell 1. La la la, navigate the field of corpses. We go over here. This animal's the same as that statue. It's a Cybeast. What fierce power. I feel like I'm about to be crushed even though he's just standing there. No way. That wasn't just a legend? But if the legend's true, then the net's gonna be in chaos. Let's go, Lan. No. I refuse. You do not get to fight me. Are you okay, Mega Man? Ugh. What power? Normally, we have to wait an entire game for that kind of power. Rawr. How in the world are we going to beat a Cybeast? Alright. Well, when push comes to shove, ask Dad. Dad? What's the matter, Lan? I want to know how to destroy a Cybeast. Lan, you... Did you see a Cybeast? Yes. Lan, this situation is too big for you. The net police are already on the case. You and Mega Man don't have to worry about it, even though you've vanquished evil criminal organizations at least 5 times. Leave dealing with the Cybeasts up to the adults. Don't even think of getting close to one. Dad, I'm sorry, Lan. You have to understand how dangerous Cybeasts are. Just listen to your dad this time and be a good boy, okay? Alright, well, Dad's no help. Small child, are you help? Are you help? Are you help? Alright, well, we've officially confirmed that adults are useless and children are also useless. How can we defeat the Cybeast? I mean, we can try jacking in again. I honestly forgot what to do in this part of the game. Okay, well, if we just go to our room and be a good boy. How are we supposed to beat a Cybeast? We can't just let him run free forever. Shh, Lan, what's up? I can hear something. Ah, but that method. Any way we do. It's Dad. Talking with another scientist. If the research data stored by the Cyber City scientists is correct, there were 2 Cybeasts hidden in that net area. Now, if we were to reseal them, we would need a container of massive capacity equal to that of the net area. What did you say? The Cybeast in a Navi's body? That's impossible. If a Navi sealed a Cybeast within itself and then forcibly installed it, that Navi would explode from being over capacity. Well, if it were possible, that Navi would have to have an extremely large memory bank. Wait, extremely large memory? No, it's not possible. In any case, we must quickly create our own base camp. Yes, I will check in later. Yes, goodbye. Seems that the person responsible built that program into the software, the Navi that was seen at the site. The program I created 12 years ago so that I could install Hub's DNA data into Mega Man. The memory expansion program, XMM. Didn't you give that program to the mayor the other day? No, the version I gave to him had a tough protection program written in, so that even if it fell into the wrong hands, it couldn't do anything with it. Also, I changed it so that it would only run on a net server. No Navi would be able to install it. But let's say that a Navi with a very large memory bank does somehow exist, and it was able to successfully install a Cybeast before long. That Navi's body and mind would become corrupted and be deleted. The Navi behind today's incident may also... Anyway, we don't currently have any good strategies. There must be some way. Lan, let's go on the net. Even if we don't have a good strategy right now, we've got to try to confine the Cybeast and limit the damage as much as possible. But even if we went to face the Cybeast without a strategy, now is not the time to think like that. Please, jack me in and let's head for Central Area 3. Alright, let's get in there. So on today's episode of Bad Idea Theater, Mega Man has come up with an awful plan. Who are you? I'm a net police officer. I came to check the area where the Cybeast appeared. Along with the Cybeast, evil spirits and ghosts came up and are blocking the road. I can't keep going. You okay? The power of the Cybeast must be affecting me. I can feel pain all over. But I have to keep going. I have to stop the Cybeast. I'll go. No, you'll get deleted for sure. No, I'll be okay. Let me go after them. You... Okay. I wonder. I can see the strength in your eyes. I think you can do something about the Cybeast. They are weapons to defeat the evil spirits on the road. Soul Knife, Soul Sword, Soul Axe, and Soul Gun. Install these into your body. The weapons that were just installed each have different attack ranges. Look at the evil spirits and then choose which weapon to use. Press the A button and then use the control pad to select a weapon. There are 3 types of evil spirits. When an evil spirit is hit by an attack, they will turn blue, yellow, or red. When an evil spirit is red, another hit will defeat it. If you attack an evil spirit from the rear, it will finish it off regardless of its color. Alright. So we have options here. So I'm going to attack with the knife. And moidalize it. It's a good idea to look around, see what else is around. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Get rid of them. And I can just knife you. Alright. This seems like a sticky wicket. But this wicket is actually pretty clean. Never seen a cleaner wicket before. I don't even know what a wicket is. But I do know that they can be sticky. Alright. So the more you leave alive, the higher the risk of them counterattacking you is. But on the other hand... Oh, right. I need to talk to this guy. Aren't you a member of the Net Police? How did you get here? I got the soul weapons in Central Area 1. You can leave the Cybeast to me. Alright, I got more weapons. Just leave them alive. Because it said that the remaining evil spirits turned into data, right? Or bug frags, right? Attack with the soul knife. Oh, no, wait, it was the remaining soul weapons that turned into them. Okay. Never mind. Brain did a dumb. How about... Blast you from a distance. Thinking I can finish all 3 of you in one fell swoop. I have a feeling I'm really bad at this. Alright, we've got a sword and an axe left, so let's go. Does this count as attacking from behind? It doesn't. Alright, well, we don't get any bonus bug frags from that one. Member of the Net Police. Leave the Cybeast to me. Alright, let's take the soul weapons. So I've got a lot of them now. Well, the best bet will be to take this guy out first. Doing back attacks to get that critical damage. Okay. I feel I'm not able to do the same here, though. Alright, we can kill this guy off. Trying to think about this. And thinking ain't something I'm good at. I don't believe I have a clear shot here. No. Just barely off. Use the sword. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about this entire scenario. There's the counterattack. I'm gonna get all the kill. don't think I did this in the right way to max out our profits. Yeah, we're only gonna get one frag from this. Oh well. There's probably a solution to do that with, like, getting a bunch of bug frags, but I'm not too worried about it. Hello, doggo. How are you? Managed to get all the way over here. Alright, Mega Man, we're gonna try for a long-range attack. If you get too close, you might end up like before. What's wrong, Mega Man? Get further back. Mega Man? What's going on? Hurry up and back. Remember how Dad said that the program he wrote, XMM, is within me? Wait a second. You're not... I'm going to steal the Cybeast in my body. What are you saying? You said you wouldn't do anything risky. Please don't. The Cybeast doesn't have a set body yet, so it's weak. Now is the only chance we have to seal it up somehow. No, Mega Man. Wait, Mega Man. No, I mean, Hub, my son. I didn't install the XMM program into you so you could do something like this. Dad, in theory, yes, with your memory capacity, it is possible to absorb the Cybeast into yourself, but then what? I don't think I could bear to lose you again. That's right, Hub. If you were gone, Lan, Dad, thank you. Thank you for your kind words, for giving me a chance to live, even just as a Navi, to have a real family. I can never express how much you all mean to me. But now I've got to do something really stupid. Beginning Cybeast installation. And the boy did it! Which is not a great thing. Mega Man, I did it, Lan. Mega Man, please wake up. Ah! It's being electrified. Cybeast is reacting violently within his body. Even though he's held on for this long, if things continue like this, I'm afraid that soon... Dad, I never thought you two would listen in on my conversations. Dad, punish me all you want later, but please save Mega Man. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do right now. The Cybeast's power is too strong. If I make a mistake while analyzing his program, he might be deleted. But if we don't do anything, Mega Man will... I'm sorry, Lan. Mail? It's from Iris. In Seaside Area 3 on the net, Heal Water, a kind of cyber water that rejuvenates a Navi, gushes forth. If you use it, maybe you can weaken the Cybeast. Healing water? But how did Iris... not right now, that doesn't matter. Dad, maybe there is a way. I'm going to go to Seaside Area 3. So how will you get to Seaside Area 3 without a Navi? It's okay. I have an idea. Please, take care of Mega Man for me. Alright, we've got email. My Navi is fine. Is yours okay? I sense a great disturbance in the net. Lan, are you okay? Now is not the time for references. Now's the time for action. But more importantly, now's the time we We get some other dumb schmuck on our adventure. Hey, Mr. Match, I'm gonna borrow Heatman for a second. Oh, right, there's mystery data. Heatman got fire hit 1F. And got fan asterisk. Okay, good chips, good chips. I hate how heat press is just barely not enough to kill these things. But it's Heatman time. He's gonna save the universe. Alright. So what we need to do is get to Seaside Area 3. Shopkeeper is still dead. That's good. I mean, that's not good. But it's good that the world is consistent. Although I just realized the issue, because Seaside Area 3, Seaside Area is gonna have a lot of aqua viruses around, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to take extra caution not to get hit by too many attacks. I have heard, however, that Gregar is considered the harder version of the two, and I do remember a point where I played as Heatman and had suffering. Alright. Heatman now has a gun. Okay. I have an idea. Get you out of the way first. Then I can get you guys. And you. Question is how I'm gonna get this blue dude. Just a knife to get past you. Trying to see if there's any spirits this way. There definitely are. Okay. Well, I can attack with a gun from here. Oh, that's a lot of duders. Okay. So let's figure out how we're gonna permeate this wall of duders. Well, I know the easy solution. It's gonna be the smart solution, though. Thing. Oh, Heatman, I'm so sorry. You're so cool, but I need to hurt you. But you'll get all three of those guys. Actually, let's check to see if there are any more down here. It was honestly the only way I saw that I could probably do that. Okay, so I'm still gonna have to get Blue Boy there. Attack with the axe first. See how things are looking over here. Oh, ooh, oh, I didn't realize that part of the equation. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Could have just snuck behind that guy anyway. So now we got 4 weapons left. Attack with sword from behind. Attack with the axe from a safe distance. And then finish him off by stabbing. Looks like it's finally cleared up. Please present me with proof that you have captured all the fish in this area for me to open this door. Turn arrow 1 confirmed. Alright, more soul weapons. I can't help but feel this is like a crappy version of the liberation missions from 5. Alright. Let's take a look around. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna finish this guy off. I don't feel great about this. There's the counterattack, yeah. Oh, that did 20 that time. Okay. Just gonna use the sword there. Well, I have to go this way. It has to be this way. Strike with a knife. Finish off with a gun. And we can use a knife to get behind him. That's a lot of damage, Heat Man. I'm so sorry, dude. Alright, stab him in the back. Oh, what is this conga line of bullshit? Okay. Alright. Oh, no, no. Ah. I'm so bad at puzzles like this. Like that. Stab with a knife. I'm not gonna have enough, aren't I? No, I can already tell I'm not gonna have enough. We have 1 soul weapon left. This isn't gonna work. So I was 2 moves off. So weapons ran out on me. Gotta get more fast. Are you ready? Alright. Okay, so let's think this through. What did I do wrong the last time? The answer is a lot. I don't think they make videos that are long enough for me to actually describe how much I did wrong. But I'm not talking about just life, I'm just talking about the video game here. So what did I do wrong? taking this guy off earlier. Well... No, I think this was the right solution. There's my notification for my doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I can't get behind these guys. So it's like I have to use 3 weapons just to get past these guys, right? There's a toll here. Well, hang on. If I just pay the toll, then that... Well, yeah, that just takes me over here. Okay, that's good. So I can get behind those blue guys. In fact... let's go ahead and do that. Like, I had a feeling there was something obvious that I was missing, but... I'm also dumb as hell. It's like thinking, okay, the only way that I can go around is by using, like, a passcode or something, right? Then it turns out, oh, the passcode is, give them $100. Or 100 yen, rather. Which is not a lot of money. So let me go behind these guys. Counterattack there. Alright. This guy we can just knife. Kill these guys with the axe. Got 2 knives, 2 guns, 2 swords, and 1 axe remaining. We'll kill him. Eat some damage here. But... knife this guy. Sword these guys. And then the only remaining ones are these 2 down here. There we go. I feel smart. I feel like I did a smart thing, and probably in the next area is going to be even worse. Alright, looks like the area's cleaned up. 2 bug fragments, though. Alright, put our strength to the test. Give us the strength test. Do you see how beefy Heatman's arms are? This is a multi-phase battle. Shit. Do you see how beefy Heatman's arms are? The answer is not very, but he's still strong. Just go for this reflector for now. Now Heatman's got full synchro. Oh, we can just get another full synchro off of this. There we go. Battle 2! Stick power up. Get heat press going. Roast the fish. Roast the fish. There we go. Frosted fish. Once again, my favorite cereal. Its mascot, Tony the Tiger Shark. Oh, I may have just accidentally shot myself in the foot here. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. They can't beat the heat. I was expecting him to actually open up, but... oh well, that works too. Having health is good. Oh, Heatman, your charge shot leaves you so vulnerable. So, like, emotionally vulnerable. It's okay. It's alright. We can be emotionally vulnerable if we want to. It's one of the signs of a good cuddle partner is emotional availability. And vulnerability is a certain type of availability, I would think. Alright. Hello! You looking for heal water? If you are, it's flowing from the giant faucet at the very back of this area. But the evil spirits might interfere. Alright. Got a lot of soul weapons here. So let's take stock of the situation we're currently in. Okay. So... well, an axe will take care of both of these guys. Where a shop would be. Alright. And stab him from behind. Strike that. Then we can get these guys. Technically, if I face this way and use the axe, I'll get the kill there. We'll leave this yellow guy for the time being. So over to the left is probably some other stuff. Oh my god, it's a party. I want to be invited to the party. Party don't start till Heatman's there. Let's light things up. Make our way over there. Okay. Ooh boy. Definitely have a party here. this guy's facing out there. Let's kill him with gun. Whatever we have left over from this, we'll use to get the yellow guy that I missed. Shit. But what do I want to do here? Let's give this a shot. So that boy's gonna counter. I have an idea. Use that knife. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of damage there. Yeah, that's 40. Eesh. We can attack with a soul sword. Use the axe to kill these guys. Sword finished them off. Now we can just take care of that yellow feller. The yeller feller. God, I forgot all about this scenario. And it's like a story important scenario too, so I don't know how I forgot about it. Maybe it's less forgetting and more just trying to block it out of my memory. Looks like it's finally cleared up. Alright. Got some bug frags from the extra turns there. Let's get that water. Heat Man, we need your fire powers for the water. That guy is nuts to set a red hot navy to get water. Yo, check it out. Water. Now let's get this back to Mega Man. It's time to blaze on out of here. Oh, hoo hoo hoo. I thought you'd come here. I'm a clown. We had this little plan, you see, and it would be a little problematic if Mega Man were to live to play another day. What's with this guy? The Cybeast's power is ours and ours alone. That means you're the one that... Ooh, we have a winner. And for your prize, you get to leave the water right here. Oh, I'm burning for a fight. Bring it on, clown. Oh, I don't fight Circus Man with Heat Man. I just have to put up with virus encounters here, huh? It's clock damage. That did a lot of damage. Then again, it's a level 3 virus, so it makes sense. You know, I'll save up for Life Sword. Because Heat Man's charge shot can also just get this guy. And get this guy from an angle he can't hit me from. A recovery chip would be excellent, but I don't think that's in the cards. The show's not over. I'll remember this. What a load of hot air. Alright, time to burn out of here. Yeah, Heat Man saves the universe. Alright. Jack out and jack back in. Let's get to Mega Man's homepage here. Oh no! Oh no, it's 2 metals and I have Blast Man. Whatever will I do? So anyway, I just started blasting here. Alright. Hey, Mega Man, drink up. Heat Man, use the heal water. Yeah. Cybeast is rejecting the healing water. Fight, Mega Man. Don't let the Cybeast win. What's that shape? Hello, Am Dog. Doesn't look too friendly, does he? No, the Cybeast has taken over Mega Man's body. Heat Man, hurry and get out of there. Hey, can it, Pop? I'll knock some sense into him. Come on, punk. What? Did I... Back with us. Ooh. Mega Man! It's okay. He just fainted. Used up a lot of energy just now. The Cybeast's effect on him is most likely weakening. But to nearly delete Heat Man in one shot. What power. Dad, is Heat Man? He jacked out just in time, so I think he'll be okay. Yeah. More pressing is Mega Man's situation. Whenever the Cybeast awakens, there's the possibility that it may take Mega Man over. If it were to completely take... God, why am I yawning right now? Even if I did everything I could, I may have no choice but to delete him. I know how you feel, Lan, but the Cybeasts are a threat to human society. On the other hand, if Mega Man can control the Cybeast, he would control a terrific power. In any case, we only have a limited amount of time. I'm sorry, Lan. I wish I could do something for him. Forgive me. After Mega Man drank the healing water, Lan never left his side for even a blink. That was 10 hours ago, and now it's sunrise. Lan, how is Mega Man? Lan? Dad? How is... He did it. He beat the Cybeast. He's finally sleeping peacefully. I'm kinda sleepy now. You both did great. Now get some sleep, son. Huh? When did I get into bed? Ah, Mega Man! Mega Man? Morning, Lan. I could hear you. When the Cybeast was taking me over, your voice brought me back. So, thank you. And I'm sorry I made you worry. You're okay now, right? I'm so glad. The Cybeast will probably try to take control again, but I won't lose. Just when I think everything's okay, my stomach yells at me. Oh, you didn't eat anything since last night because you were watching over me, did you? And it's lunchtime already. Yeah, I guess it is. Alright, you've got some email, and it's from Dad. Looks like you were able to fight off the Cybeast. While you two were sleeping, I studied Mega Man's body a little. The Cybeast is somehow living in there. Installed a function in Lan's PET and a Mega Man that will allow you to control the Cybeast. Whether you can master that power depends on you. That's what it says. Hey, there's a battle program attached. Let's try it out. Alright, time for our next new gameplay element. Mega Man is a Cybeast's power inside of him. Let me explain how you can harness that power. The Cybeast button. It's a button to release the Cybeast power locked inside of Mega Man. Releasing 100% of the power will be dangerous. There's a limit to the power you can control. I'd say it's set at about 50% or so. Pressing this button will cause Mega Man to beast out. Alright, Mega Man is a Cybeast now. Try talking to Mega Man. Are you alright? Yes, I'm okay. I'm able to focus, but I feel an amazing, raging power rising inside. Seems like you're able to control it. Controlling a Cybeast's power will completely exhaust your emotions. You can only be a Cybeast until this emotion counter reaches 0. When Mega Man is a Cybeast, its power should give all elementless attack chips that do not dim the screen attack plus 30. When using a chip, Mega Man will have a Cybeast speed, letting him automatically rush to where the attack will hit, but only for chips that don't dim the screen. By tapping the B button, you can use a rapid-fire Gregar buster. If you power up an elementless chip as a Cybeast, it'll set off an awesome special move. Alright, time to give it a shot. Let's get our cannons from Vulcan, let's get our sword. And now we're badass! So by holding down the button, we have a rapid-fire machine gun buster. We also have the ability to teleport to where an enemy will be. And we can charge up chips. Well, elementless chips anyway. So for instance, if we want to charge up this cannon, we just slash at him. I think I've got the hang of it. Transforming into a Cybeast gives him incredible power, but it's also very tiring for Mega Man. You have to be careful when you use this power. Beast out. Sure is a scary power. Gotta be really careful using it. Yeah! We have a guest. Yo, Lan. Oh, it's Mick. What's that supposed to mean? Huh? What's wrong? It looked like you're in a hurry. Oh yeah, that clown-looking Navi that attacked my Navi has been spotted hanging around in Central Area 3. Clown-looking Navi? Like the one that attacked us in Seaside. That clown's gotta be up to no good. It's a trick this time. Let's go, Lan. Jack me in. Except you have an email. But this email is, basically the Cybeast manual here. Alright, alright. So when we run out, we go into a Beast Overstate. Battling without transforming will recover the emotion counter. Beast Out is a trump card, but be careful not to show your hand too often. Alright, so I think we also have another ability as well. But first we check our email. I heard it through the grapevine. Something terrible happened on the net in Cyber City. Make sure you don't go on the net. But I bet that even though I'm warning you, you'll still go poking around where you shouldn't. Yep, you know me. It's almost like you've known me for 5 games. And a couple spin-offs. Switch which ear my headset is on, so I can listen in case stream alerts pop up. Alright, so I think... Okay, well... He's still dead. He's just lying down on the job there. Alright, I'm gonna go Heat Cross first. Because I think... we have access to another ability here. So I'm gonna wait. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Alright, so we talked about cross fusions, we talked about beast outs. How about we combine them both? Now you have access to cross beasts. Cross beasts pretty much break the game open. They are very powerful and have a lot of different abilities. So it is very useful to use them when you can. But they also require a lot more setup, since you have to spend a turn establishing either your Beast Out or your Cross Fusion, and then do the other one. How about we Beast Out? You may also notice that Beast Out also takes up a slot of the battle chips as well. Power! Got that machine gun going. I feel like with the lock-on and like the machine gun buster, Beast Out almost seems like a prototype for like the Mega Man Star Force gameplay in a way. Alright, well, leave. Oh, he's not over here. Where's that clown? Where's the Joker? There we go. I believe that lets us do a long sword followed by a wide sword for range. I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. I see him. And Circus Man here is one of the harder fights, too. Who are you? What are you up to? Hoo. We meet at last. How do you do? I'm Circus Man. I thought if I set my tent up here, I'd get your attention. Hey, I've got a question for you, kid. Question? Where'd you hide it? You know, the Cybeast. It's inside me. Not funny at all. And trust me, I know funny. Now see, a navvy like me can store a fierce creature like a Cybeast. But a shrimp like you? Impossible. What do you guys want? I'll ask the questions, thank you very much. Where did you hide the Cybeast? And don't even think about lying to me, kid. I know you don't believe me, but I'm not lying. If that's really true, then you won't mind if I bring out the animal in you. Here he comes, Lan. Battle routine set. Execute. Circus Man. Oh, we start off exhausted without beast power, huh? Alright. This guy's attacks were... Is it really just the vertical clap? It really is just the vertical clap, huh? And of course the scumbag is staying in the back row, too. Maybe I shouldn't have used Beast Out on that last battle. I didn't realize that it would leave me exhausted. I forgot all about that. Oh, Circus Man. You're just a big piece of shit, aren't you? There we go. You want to stay away from that circus tent when he tries to drop it on you. Trust me, it'll hurt. The vertical clap every time. Oh, he's gonna try something. You know what? Screw it. I don't need program advances. I just need damage. There we go. Oh boy. Who would have guessed you'd really have that Cybeast? But as long as we have the other one, the Ringmaster will get his way. Oh, he makes a big explosion. Ringmaster, his way, and the Cybeast. Looks like there's someone else pulling the strings here. We don't know enough about our enemy yet, but if they have the other Cybeast, then we're in a lot of trouble. I have a bad feeling. I'm really sorry. A Navi named Mega Man sort of got to the other Cybeast first. Mega Man. That's Lan Hikari's Navi. Was it fate that he moved here to this town? Huh? Nothing. Just talking to myself. You can back off for now. At least we have one Cybeast. We can consider this battle a victory. Phew, thanks. And I'll prove that I can get the other one too for sure. As expected. Lan Hikari and Mega Man. You two are becoming a threat to my operation. A few days later, just as the chaos from the Cybeast incident was fading, I wonder what's up. Hey Mick, what's going on? Hey, good timing. Someone just hung up an interesting flyer. You should check it out. Huh? Let's see. They're recruiting an operator Navi for the Expo Pavilion? That's what it looks like. You know how they're opening that expo really soon, right? Sounds like they've made the main pavilion really big. And they're gonna leave the tour guiding to a Navi. Well, a Navi using a copybot, that is. So you mean a Navi that is always being operated by a human is gonna get to operate humans for a change? What a neat idea. By the way, what's a pavilion? Why don't you know, you dummy? I bet it's because you're always sleeping in class. A pavilion is... well, it's related to a lion. That's totally wrong, Mick. A pavilion isn't something that's alive. And don't you start telling me it's only natural for a human to take naps. He got you good. Fine, then you tell me what it is. A pavilion is... it sounds like a chameleon, so maybe it's related? That's completely wrong too. A chameleon's a living thing too, right? A pavilion is a really big building that's the symbol of a large event like an expo. Huh. So they want a Navi to give tours of that building? Sounds neat, doesn't it? I mean, if it's your Navi, you get to go as much as you want. I'm gonna sign up right now. Looks like there's some sort of really hard fight you've got to pass first. The selection test is being held at the Central Area Net Cafe today. Hey, it's already started! What are we doing standing around here? Gotta hurry. Go, go! Stop, young man! Oh, that's not a hammy Mr. Mock voice. Don't you know you're not allowed to run in the halls? Well, kids who don't follow the rules get detention. Sorry. Who are you? Are you someone's older sister? Sister? You're a funny little guy. I guess with the way I dress, I don't look it, but I'm actually the home ec teacher, Miss Farren. What? You're a teacher? Well, it's okay if you didn't know. I just started here very recently. And I never was very good at looking like a teacher. I guess it's only natural that you couldn't tell. Well, you kind of look more like a chef than a teacher. Ah, that's because I've always loved cooking. I'm actually from Yumland, born and raised. I was a chef in Yumland for a long time. You may not know it, but I was even a little famous there. Then, why did you come here? I'm really interested in this country's food. From what I've tasted, there's all sorts of flavors in the ingredients here that don't exist in Yumland's native foods. Sounds like so much fun. Like math. When you come to my room, I guess I can share a delicious recipe or two while I lecture you on rules. You'll really teach me? Really? Sure, anytime. But I'll be out researching soon, so I won't be around. After I get back, let's eat some great Yumland food, okay? I'm going to get going now, but remember, no running. Probably would. We can't just stand around now. That's right. If we don't hurry, we won't be able to enter the test. Alright, well, we can't run there, but let us walk quickly. A jog at the most. Once we're outside of this building, though. Hell yeah, running time! Yeah, it does kind of stink that they never gave them proper navies. Check what's on the BBS board, too. Some silly reason I released a virus onto the cyber world, but it was more violent than I expected and I couldn't delete it myself. Alright, you know what? Let's take some BBS, some jobs. Let's go do that child labor thing. What I'm also kind of curious about as well is that, like, Mick is constantly saying, "Oh man, Lan, I want to net battle you and stuff." And Battle.net 4 did have battles against, like, generic navies. But, like, they never give us a fight against even, like, a generic navi in this game. Oh, hey. It's a dude. This is the virus. Land, let's go. Battle routine set, execute. Yeah, there's parts of this game that are rushed, but again, it's also, like... This game is so chock full of stuff that... That might have been something that they had to cut at some point. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe Mick was always just a crappy version of Dex. Who knows? I'd argue that this is the best one. 3 is good, or 3 is like really good, and I like the narrative of it a little bit more. My problem with 3 is that a lot of the bosses and scenarios are really annoying in 3. Like Bubble Man, Flame Man, Drill Man. Oh yeah, no, I don't think anything really gets as bad as Battle number 2, Freeze Man. Yeah, Freeze Man scenario wouldn't even be like completely awful if it weren't for the fact that it's just so long. Like, why did it need to be that long? Which stinks, because I think the rest of Battle Network 2's scenarios are, like, excellent. Yeah, that too. And unfortunately, they didn't entirely learn their lesson about the whole, like, not requiring certain chips thing. Considering a lot of the scenarios in, Battle Network 3. Like, Battle Network 3 is great, but it has a lot of, like, quirks that even... And I hate to say it, but even, like, Battle Network 4 has, like, some fixes to some of the quirks. Like, the Navi Customizer, you're not required to use any given program. Ooh, nice. Mega Man 6. I've always had a soft spot for that one. Got all the viruses, thanks. It's a reward for your help. 10 bug frags. That... I mean, that wouldn't be too bad if... Oh, right, no running. No running. It wouldn't be too bad if we had access to the post-game. I think I'd honestly contend that Mega Man 6 is probably one of the best classic games. I think one of the problems, however, is that it came out, like, after Mega Man 4 and after Mega Man 5 and stuff, so, like, by that point, the Super Nintendo was already out and a couple years in. I think a lot of people kind of passed it up because it's just like, oh, it looks exactly like the previous games and stuff. Like, I think I even remember reading that Capcom themselves didn't publish the game in North America. Oh, we've got access to the back order. Special secret supply chain. What can I do for you today? Let's check the order service. Alright. So if the order service functions the same way that it does in Battle Network 3, all of these battle chips, we can get one copy of any battle chip, but the big thing is, we can add more copies of the battle chip to the back order service by putting those battle chips in the chip trader. Check with the special supplier. Let's get Reflector 2B. So, in theory, if this functions like Battle Network 3 does, then that means that if I were to put a Reflector 2 into the chip trader, then it will restock a Reflector 2 in the back order. And you know what? I can even go check that. In theory. Reflector 2, Y. There we go. Click, kick, kick, kick. Machine gun. Give me a lot of good asterisk codes, though. Oh, you're not the one I want. And the survey says... No, it doesn't do that. Okay. That's weird. Oh, I can't wait for corn. I cannot wait for corn. I mean, I guess in theory I can wait for corn. Oh, you're doing the DOS games too? Yeesh. The DOS games are kind of an interesting beast, in the fact that they aren't very good at all. But I do remember actually someone made a fan game a long time ago that was supposed to be a remake of the DOS Mega Man games. And it also wasn't very good. But then that remake got a remake, and I think that remake is, the fan game remake is called the Quark Chronicles, because, like, the main antagonist of the DOS games is this big computer called Quark. And that one's actually okay. Can't do the fan games, that's cheating. I'm aware of that. But on the other hand, if you want to play the fan games later... Alright, we got Roll 2. I've always found it weird that for her battle chips, it's Roll, Roll 2, Roll 3. Right? But when it comes to the actual, like, the Navi chips and stuff, it's normal, EX, and SP. I guess that's a fair point. There's no Navi if I had to power up the SP. But I've still always found it a little bit weird that it just bucks that naming convention. Especially because I'm pretty sure Roll has an Yeah, Roll has an SP chip in 5. But 5 also handles things differently too, so... Oh yeah, I love that Glide is always touted as like this, oh, he's this super powerful, like, custom-made Navi and stuff. But at the same time, you never fight him. The closest we ever get to a fight against Glide is in the manga. Because Glide actually, like, turns evil for a chapter. And so, like, you actually... Mega Man actually has to fight against him, but even then, it's like... He's a chump. Yeah, I feel like the Liberation missions would be cool as their own game. I remember as a kid, actually, I used to... Because I used to make these, like, little clay figurines of the various viruses and stuff. And so I actually took, like, a big piece of poster board, made a grid on it, and then made, like, oh, you have to solve this Liberation mission, and you can use my Mega Man action figures to kind of get past it. You can use Mega Man, or Proto Man, or Guts Man, or Magnet Man, and those were the only ones I had. I've still got those clay figures in a box somewhere. I know I actually have the Metar on my desk. I do kind of want to get back into sculpting. The DSA had both versions? Oh, lucky you. Selection test will examine every single ability of your Navi. Allow me to explain the first event. It's a test of intellect. First thing is a cyber seal. Too hard? Here's a hint. When you hear seal, it brings to mind a certain place. Next to the cyber seal, there's a Navi who looks like us waiting for you. Good luck, everyone. Okay. So let's find that cyber seal. Oh, you're alive again, Mr. Merchant Man. So knowing this game, it's probably at the aquarium. Let's go take the flying bus, the flying ice cream truck, and live. I was always curious about the DS version. My favorite thing that I always kind of wanted to do in the DS version was use my Game Boy Advance carts and stuff. Because when you plug the Game Boy Advance carts in, it actually changes the music. Oh, right, yeah, we have to do the, like the weird vision burst, the AC/DC Town stuff. Would you please fight against the virus I'm breeding? I want to test the virus's strength. If you win, I'll give you something for your effort. Sure. I'll fight this guy. Why not? You know what? I'll say this about the Mega Man Battle Network series. It has so much cool stuff, but it also has so much dumb shit, too. Yeah, 5 bug frags. Okay, so I'm assuming that since they want me to go to the aquarium, that the program is somewhere around here. Look at this. Just got my hands on something really nice. Want to see it? Want to see it? Don't be too surprised. It's viruses! Why am I going into heat form? No. Hang on. We're going to do this like proper adults. We're going to turn into a dog. And then we're just going to slash these things' throats out. Heh. How was it? Scared ya, huh? You aren't mad, are you? It's just a joke. Just a joke, bro. It's just a joke. I'm sorry. Alright, well, as long as it's just a joke, bro, then... You know, it might be somewhere on these paths, too, on the Pac-Man paths. Might be good to check around just in case, though. Maybe we should also install that charge program we just got. Well, depending on what color it is. Heh. Not only did it reflect, but it also blocked the arrow that came afterward. That was pretty fortuitous timing, if I do say so myself. And I do. I will. No one's gonna say it for me. Oh, wait, I'm a colossal fucking idiot, though. I just realized exactly where it wants me to go. It wants me to go to the computer tank where the elephant seal would be. So hang on. Shit, what is it in 2? I did this yesterday and I already forgot. This is still crustaceans and reptiles. Alright, we got Quakers. It's oatmeal time. God, that charge shot does so much damage, though. Like, 80 on a charge shot is like... me likey. Me gusta. Okay. Well, this is a seal in cyberspace. Is this not where I need to go? Oh no, Tails, don't tell me you're getting lost in a kid's game. Oh no. Like, that's never happened before. I remember when I did Valor 2 Blind for a Let's Play, because that's actually one of the few games that I didn't own as a kid. I remember getting stuck on, like, the Shadow Man scenario. I remember getting stuck because there's those puzzles where you're supposed to run on the letters in the correct order. And there's this point where it's like, okay, I lie in a bed, but it's like, the hint is like, I lie in a bed, but I'm not sleeping. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, looking at the letters here, the answer is, and I was overthinking it. I was thinking like, oh, it's rivets, like you would use rivets to put together like a bed frame or something. And then it's just like, oh, the answer is river. And I'm just exceptionally dumb. Is it in this TV? This is where we are near a seal. We are in the aquarium. Sorry to spring this on you, but do you got a panel return? If you do, you want to try to forget on A? I wish I did, but I don't. There we go. You're an Operator Navi Selection test participant, right? This is the Cyber Seal. Can you see it? Maybe if you stand on your tiptoes, you can. At the aquarium HP, the seal is used as a visual. Congratulations on passing the first test. But don't be too proud of yourself. The tests will keep on coming. The next test is to find a fish that cannot swim. Here's a hint. You can't find it in the real world. Fish that can't swim. Well, let's use our doggo powers. Yeah, I think we've got a few turn arrows that are actually... Yeah, you know what? I will add some of these into the folder, since I can probably add these no problem. Get rid of air shots. Air shot is nice, but... Oh, a fish that can't swim is. These frogs are savage. They've got no chill. The director's great, but he's also a fat ass. Making a busted folder? It would depend. I don't remember the ins and outs of every one of them. I think the closest I ever got to a busted folder is in 3. Oh hey, there's the panel return you wanted. Nice. Because in Battle Lyric 3, well, Battle Lyric 3 just has a lot of really busted chips in general, to be honest. Like, Snake Folder is really good in that game. Just a P-coded folder using, like, Plant Man and Stun Locking is good in that game. Plasma 3 is an incredibly busted chip. Because, like, even if, like, there's no weakness, that thing, if you position it right, that will still do... frickin' 450 damage. Oh yeah, and Plant Man plus Bubble Man with the attack ups and stuff. Like, that game's so godlike, but I think part of the reasons why it's so great is just because it's so busted. Oh, I deal even more than 80 damage. I deal a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, no, especially if you forego the, if you forgo the usual, like, attack plus 10s and go with, like, the attack plus 30 mega chip, or the element plus 30 chips and stuff, then it's just like a single Aqua plus 30 turns any variation of Bubble Man into, like, a weapon of mass destruction. And that's still on, like, the weaker end of this, like, just one of those. But I know that when I was, when I actually cleared all the Serenade time trials, fuck those, too. When I did the time trials, though, I know that I personally use the extra folder that gives you the snake chips. And even then, like, those time trials kind of result in a lot of RNG just waiting for things. But man, once you actually get snakes going, snakes is a very good chip. Slide I just did. My form and speed were perfect. Oh, I think I went the wrong way for the shop. But I've got to find a fish. Gotta find a fish that can't swim. It's a pretty useless fish. Couldn't get back into the bonus area? Huh, weird. Double weird. Ooh, Bamboo Sword is nice. Recovery 80, Barrier 100, Time Bomb 1. I think I'm gonna buy the HP memory for now. But when I actually have some Zenny, I might have to come back and get some of those battle chips. Oh, hey. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. That was cool. That was real cool. Just gave me the PA right off the bat. Alright. So if I was a fish that can't swim, where would I be? It's not in the real world. I'm trying to remember. Problem is, last time I actually played through this game was 10 plus years ago. I don't think it's on the internet. After some brief thinking, which I'm not very good at, you can probably smell the smoke from here. But after some thinking, I don't think it's on the internet. So if we got fish... Oh, you know what? I think I remember, actually. I think I remember. Something really dumb, but also clever. Because I think it's actually... I think it's actually in the computer in, like, the fish stick stand. Yep, there we go. You can jack in. Hey, there we go. If they can't swim, it's fish sticks. Congratulations again to the second answer. Final quest. The last item I must find is... Who's hidden in the following words? I'm always looking at crayfish. Do you know what it is? The key to the next round is at hand. Alright. We can get some fish sticks while I'm here. I am pretty hungry. Hey, an unlocker! Nice. Oh, you know what? We could probably jack back into the TV there and get that guy the chip he wanted. But first, we might as well make some fish sticks of our very own. I think the only problem I have with like the heat cross charge shot is how long you're stuck in that animation for. There's a lot of animation lock to it, but it's a very strong attack. It does a lot of damage. Hey, and I got a white capsule too. Alright, so the last hint is they're always looking at crayfish. First, how about we get that chip to that man? Now, what would always be looking at crayfish? I don't think I've seen you hide nor hair of crayfish in here. Hello, Mr. Man. Hell yeah. Alright, we got Get On A. Shoot, is that Get On 1 or just... Oh, it's just Get On in this game. Also, hey, look at that in the chip background. It's Mr. He Who Does Not Show Up as a Boss in this game. Mr. Guts Man. Remember, Guts Man's action figure was one of the coolest because you could launch his fist out. Or you could exchange the other fist for his hammer. Oh, those are birds. They're crocodiles. They ain't sharks. Work, what should I drink? That's a new drink. New Awesome Water EX? Guess I'll give it a try. No idea what that means, but let's find some crayfish and go from there. Alright. Sunfish. Turtles. Memory's a little bit fuzzy here. Yeah, that's a water vending machine. Okay. Alright. What we do is we locate crayfish. These are not crayfish. King of Water SP is not crayfish. Is it even in this zone? You know what? I want to check Cyber City real quick. Might not even be in the zone. God, the Battle Network series just had so many weird things too, like how Battle Network 3 is technically not a multi-version game, but is at the same time, or Battle Network 6 had to get rid of its Boktai crossover to fit in an English translation. Ain't no crayfish in here either. Nope, crayfish is not steak. Steak is not crayfish. So many, like, weird things like that. I think I've got to give a shot again as a Mega Man Network Transmission, because last time I played I almost beat it. Network Transmission is like a really cool idea for a game. It's just like, oh, it's a 2D classic style platformer with the Mega Man Battle Network stuff, and the music's done by Eureka, so the guys that do the Street Fighter EX stuff. And it's just like, yeah, that's really cool. Oh, I can jack into this one. Is there anything in here? And, like, admittedly, Network Transmission does have some really cool stuff to it. Like, the aforementioned soundtrack is fucking amazing. It has such a good soundtrack. But Network Transmission also is, like... I don't want to give the platforming physics too much grief, but it's, like, just... It's kind of just off enough if you're used to how the classic series plays. I think the biggest problems with Network Transmission are... Well, A, the custom gauge is so incredibly slow in that game. And B, the early game is, like, super difficult in Network Transmission too. Like normally Gutsman is like, oh, he's the easy peasy like warm-up boss and stuff. You fight Gutsman as the second boss and he will like kick your ass, man. But even like the first boss fight against Fireman is difficult because Fireman technically has an attack that deals more than your max HP will be at that point. And granted, you'll have the heat armor at that point, so you'll be able to mitigate the damage. But like, at a point where you'll have like 100 HP, maybe 120 HP maximum, it's weird that they gave Fireman an attack that deals 120 damage. Alright. So let's think things through about this crayfish. There's one room we haven't checked. Popcorn is sold here. There's a person. Oh, I can jack into the popcorn maker. But this probably isn't the solution. But if it means I can hack it to get some free popcorn, then hell yeah. Dude loves me some popcorn. Actually, shoot, okay. So this is the popcorn computer. Yeah! There we go! Hell yeah! Oh, let's fight some of these guys. God, if there was ever a well-designed virus in this game, the popcorn dudes would definitely be them. Got a secret rival. The program at the fish stick shop. I never want to come in second to that program. Everyone knows popcorn is better than fish sticks. That's true. You can't get fish sticks at the theater. Well, you probably can at some theaters. Here we go, big old double delete. Give me that corn. Ah, we got the corn shits. Okay, but this was not the way to go. Think things through again. Always looking at crayfish. King crab is not a crayfish. And these piranhas are not interested in that. Unless it mentions crayfish diet in one of these, You see that sunfish? That is basically, that face is basically the mental state I am in right now. I'll figure it out by myself. I don't think I need any sub-chips. Some crayfish. As lost as I am? I'm always looking at crayfish supposed to mean? I have no idea. Now that I think about it, it might just be me, but I feel like I see crayfish every day. Okay, well that hint made it a little bit more obvious now. So it's somewhere we go nearly every day. Which means it's probably in one of these 6th grade classrooms. And thanks to my superior brain genius intellect, I figured it out. Time to feed the crayfish. Here's the crayfish. There's the crayfish and the clue are these. And the answer is the thing that's always looking at these guys. Huh? I'm always looking at crayfish. Well, I am the biology teacher's aide, so I do look at them a lot. But I have no idea what the answer is. However, if it's always looking at crayfish, then it has to be close by. Security camera? Ah, there we go. Clue was I am always looking at the crayfish. You can jack into the security camera. Yeah, here at the Academy we take cybersecurity real seriously. Anyway, we have these strangers. They're in the fucking security camera. So it just captures images of the crayfish in their tank. An amazing job. You were first place in round 1. Congrats! Everyone's dumber than I am! Nice! We did it, Lan. The road to becoming the operator Navi has just begun. The second test will be held another day. We'll inform you via mails with details on the second test. Alright, and we got a prize. HP memory and expo folder. Nice. So the expo folder should be, yep, an editable second folder that I can just take battle chips from. So if I want another area grab or if I want double shots. Ooh, 3,000 zennies, that's real good. That's some good eats right there. Ah, we don't have Armadillo Boys chip yet. And we never will! Well, maybe. 450 zenny, that's nice. Jungle, ooh, we get Jungle this early. So Jungle, for those of you guys who don't know, is a Navi customizer program that makes it so that you attract wood element viruses more easily. Now you may be wondering, why would I want to attract viruses of a certain kind? Well, the answer, my friend, is to get their battle chips. And to fill your inventory with delicious corn. I don't actually like corn that much. But the corn guys are fun. They're cute little corn dudes that are just doing their own thing. And I like that about them. Alright. So now that we have the ability to track wood viruses to us, that won't always be the most useful thing, but... Burn. Everything must burn. Alright. Made it through the prelims. What do you want to do now? How about a little something called homework? Ouch. If you'd stop putting it off, it'd be over sooner. See, Lan's like me. Thank goodness. Did you say something? No, nothing. Look, you were about to read me my mail. Okay. Huh? This is from the aquarium director. I'll read what it says. Hello. It's been a while since I've contacted you. Unfortunately, we need you to appear at the trial of Captain Blackbeard for the incident a little while back at the aquarium. Since you were the one who thwarted Captain Blackbeard, you will be asked to take an oath and testify. The trial starts this afternoon and is at the Greentown Courthouse. I appreciate your cooperation on such short notice. Me? Go to court? Testify? What am I supposed to do? I'm not in trouble, am I? I don't know, but it seems like a serious responsibility. Because I have to go today, so let's go to the courthouse in Greentown. You can probably get there by taking the left bus. Another email, but it's one we've already read. Actually, shit, you got me curious now. can I get Slash Man yet? Probably not in this room. In here? Door's locked. So I don't think I can get Slash Cross yet. Unless she's at the teacher's lounge. Who's texting me right now? Oh, never mind. No one's texting me. It's just Fate Grand Order. Tell me, hey, if you'd like to spend money, then we got a new unit that you can spend your money on. And it's just like, thanks for the offer, but I already beat the game. Someone might be wondering, how did you already beat Fate Grand Order? Didn't you, like, not finish the story? That's true. But I got Tamamo, and I got her completely maxed out. Well, almost completely maxed out. But I also don't want to spend, like, $1 billion trying to get multiple duplicates of her just for a Noble Phantasm. I have dedication to the waifu, but it's not the entirety of my life. Alright, welcome to Greentown. And this book has a computer built in. Before we do any of that, mysterious baseball-hatted kid. Wow, what a big building. This has to be the courthouse. Freeze. Huh? No, it's not a mysterious baseball-hatted child at all. Did you say something? Lan Hikari, you will stop where you are. How do you know my name? You will be quiet and follow my orders. This is a command. Why should I listen to some weirdo I don't know? I'm only doing my duty. You're not making any sense. Anyway, I've got an important trial to go to. And I won't be commanded by some suspicious guy. Let's go, Mega Man. Yeah. Was I just beaten by a 10-year-old? That's why he wanted you to stop. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Now, where have I heard that sound before? I know it means something bad. Beep boop, robot cops. Wait a sec! I was told to come here to testify! Oh. Well, why didn't you say so? Please state your name. I'm Lan Hikari, processing the name, Lan Hikari. Beep beep beep. As suspected, you are not on the list. Therefore, you are a suspicious person and must be an intruder. Greentown Ordinance number 128 states that anyone who enters the courthouse must have received prior approval from the court. You are breaking the above ordinance. You will now be arrested. Arrested? Wait. Mr. Director, I called for this boy to stand as a witness. I simply forgot to enter his name onto the list. It was my mistake. I will add him to the list now. Alright. Have a nice day. I'm sorry for the little mix-up, my boy. Those robots just now? If you try to enter the courthouse without permission, you'll be arrested by those punishment robots you just saw. You get arrested for something like that? Suppose I should explain how Greentown came about. This town was founded on the theme of a crime-free society, so rules and laws are more strictly enforced here. There's also a reason why there is so much greenery as it ties into the town's theme. Research is still ongoing, but the best models for a crime-free town seem to include nature in their attributes. And that is why Greentown is full of nature now. But I still need permission to get into court, right? So how do I get it? You'll need to go to Green Area 2's Net Cafe to get it. I was going to go myself and get it earlier. Sorry, I forgot to take care of that. Hey, we got an axe. So he said through the town. What's this one? It's gotta be. I wonder if I should do the entire Judge Man scenario for this. A sub-chip merchant. We got a dog who is very keen on barking downstairs. Let's go and ask. So sneaking a snack isn't a crime. That makes perfect sense. Don't jump to conclusions. If you snuck a snack of caviar, that would be a first-class crime. I suppose you're right. But wait a second. What if the caviar that was snuck as a snack was expired? The person who snuck that snack would feel awfully sick. Then it would be a crime against the snack sneaker. Compelling argument indeed. Oh, virus time. More corn. Corn and bees together at last. Right, the bee battle chip is also really good in this game too. Huh? What are we doing? We're studying for the bar exam to be lawyers. We call our group Lawyers in the Making. We're making our future by studying, and the goal of our studies is to become lawyers. Are you planning on becoming a lawyer too? No, but that's not a bad thing. So then you must want to be a judge. I'd recommend trying to become a judge. Not many people pass the judge's test. If you try to become a lawyer, we'll let you in our group cheap. Right. Oh, we got a program salesman. And he sells HP memory too, nice. Custom one would be very good. Although that's not a particularly great shape. Oh, you know what we could actually probably do? Hang on. I have to look this up, because I remember it being in the game. Yeah, there we go. Let's do compression codes. Alright. So you have to remove the program. But then, highlight the program you want to compress and hold right, then input the codes. So the one for first barrier is BBARABLARR. And yeah, that makes it much smaller. I think Undershirt also has one too. RALLRAABB. There we go. Look at that, they're so tiny now. Taking up very little space. And that is a good thing. You know what? I may as well compress Jungle while I'm here too. Let's find it on the list here. Jungle Land. ALARBARARLB. There we go. It's a little bit smaller. Oh right, I have to recompress these. Shoot. Because I didn't actually run the program. There we go. So you know what we could probably do? Kind of wish that custom one was a different color. Oh, float shoes is going to be very useful. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy Mega Folder 1. Let's do some more compressing. So you can tell this isn't a AAA title, because they actually compress something. Mega folder would be... Okay. ARLALALLAB. And float shoes. RALABLBBRB. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm hearing Borks again. Alright. Well, let's at least get our permission to enter the courthouse, and then... maybe call it quits. Probably know this already, but the net is public property, so if you're trying to mischief, you may be fined. I think you guys won't be able to hear too much of Hildy barking downstairs. Go down the slope, the small roads get tangled, kind of like the roots of a tree. Oh, you were not kidding about this, wow. This is a mess. But it's a mess we can solve. It's a mess with corn. You ever messed with corn? Most people don't mess with corn and get away with it. Nope, we've got more corn. Gentlemen! There we go. More corn. Some bug fragments. Here's the door. Pass through here, you must have knowledge of the laws. We'll now test your law knowledge. Ordinance 182. What is the punishment for hitting Mr. Prague on the head? Is there actually a law about that? Do you know the answer, Mega Man? Nope, not a clue. But it looks like Green Area 2 is just beyond this door. So what now? Guess we should go look for the answer. The punishment is death. The punishment is death. Your punishment must be more severe. Oh no, the corn dodged. It's not a sentence you hear every day, but it's an occurrence that has happened here. Can't believe it, the corn dodged out of the way. Corn dodge sounds an awful lot like corn dog. Alright, well they're heat-proof, but they're not arrow-proof. And the further back you are away from the enemy, the more arrows you fire. Alright, spreader 2. The battle chip that allows us to spread peanut butter. Armadillo man, come up here. Okay, well I guess I can kill him the another way then. Die another way. Now he's in Central Area 3. But we can cut down this tree now. And now from Central Area, we have a nice path to Green Area. There we go. Things in this area will probably be very easy with Heat Cross. And you know what? I think we've got enough. Reflector... yeah. So let's replace the Reflector 1As with Reflector 2Bs. Because that's double the damage there. And I think Reflector 3 is even more than that. I think Reflector 3 is like 200. It's kind of a redonkulous amount of damage. Oh, nope, I did not mean to go that way. Thought it would put me on the other path. Oh, and there's a purple mystery data there. Alright, let's use our power. The power of corn. Power of being able to hit this guy once he lands. Why isn't there an Armadillo Pokemon? I just came to that realization. Why isn't there an Armadillo Pokemon? Oh, I can't even cut it down with the axe? That stinks. Of all the flavors of Pokemon there are in the world, an Armadillo isn't one of them? Like, Nintendo, what are you doing there, pals? Alright, we got some bees. We got a Risky Honey, which I remember being a very strong battle chip. Yo-Yo and Asterisk code is nice. It's about food, leave it to me. I know how to cook almost anything. Sub-memory... Okay, so this is where we have Slash Man, then. Probably. Oh, these guys! I love these guys, they're adorable. I'm gonna murder them, though. There we go. Successfully murdered. And we got Rolling Log 1. Alright, well let's ask this Mr. Prog about the law. And you're not about the law, you're about selling things. Oh, you know what? It's probably our lawyer friends who will be able to help us. But first, more corn. Aw, man, we're almost gonna be able to cover every element soon, aren't we? Risky Honey S. Changed your mind? Would like to become a lawyer and join Lawyers in the Making? forgot to mention the membership fee is 1,000 zennies. Alright, let's pay up. Keep studying here, you too will become a specialist in the law. Do your best. New member, pleased to meet you. If you ever need help, just ask me. What happens if you hit a Mr. Prog on the head? I know I just studied this. Oh, I remember. If you hit a Mr. Prog on the head, the punishment is something that is infuriating. It's true, really. The last time I hit one, the punishment got me so mad. Found out about this a while ago. I hear those who pick up zennies on the ground without reporting it are tickled as their punishment. Sounds terrible. Can't just smack him on the head and find out. Alright, Blast Man, come in and nuke everything. Got that wrong, didn't I? That is correct! You may pass. Mega Man's just like, I can't believe this shit. Lan's not allowed to swear, he's a small child, but Mega Man, I think Mega Man is allowed to swear. He's also a small child, but he's a small internet child. I think that corn just did a lot of damage. A rare sentence indeed. Time to water the plants. It's been said you can't plant trees roughly. So what happens if you actually shoot the bee enemies here? Well, they just send a bunch of bees at you. So it's usually best to just take them out in one hit. And thankfully, since they're wood viruses on grass panels, they take 4 times the amount of damage. And since I'm feeling generous, I'll double the offer. Mystery data was a virus. But it isn't a virus that Blast Man can't handle. Ah, Blast Man, you are so useful, just not as an actual net navy. Just as a battle chip. The Greentown Net Cafe. Courtroom entry permits. Of course you can apply for those here. What is your operator's name? Kari. You are on the list. Let me give you the auth data. Alright, we've got authorization. And armadillos. And corn. The Navi there has been a victim of all sorts of fraud. Lawyer tried to get the details, but apparently that Navi was more than the lawyer could handle. think that's all we really need to do in this area, so... Alright, getting them zennies. Alright, this should let us pass. If it's really okay to just walk in now. Navi just now said that if you have a PT that has permission data on it, the security gate should automatically let you in. So it's probably okay. Over here, over here. Looks like you got the permission data with no problems. Yeah, it went okay. By the way... Oh, sorry. This man is the prosecutor who's in charge of the case involving the aquarium, Prosecutor Ito. Look at this handsome motherfucker. You can already tell that he's gonna be the villain of this chapter, isn't he? How do you do? I'm Prosecutor Ito. I kinda know, but what exactly is a prosecutor? Oh, sorry. A prosecutor is basically a person that looks into an incident and tries to bring the culprit into court to face justice. That's what I do. It's an important job, and today's trial is one part of my job. So that's what you do. Oh, I forgot. I'm Lan Hikari. Nice to meet you. Lan Hikari, huh? That's a nice name. Really? When you've been a prosecutor for as long as I have, you've heard a lot of names, and you can tell just by a name if a person is good or bad. You are a good person. Or am I wrong? Well, when you put it like that, your parents gave you a very good name, you know. Come to think of it, your father, he's one of the top 5 scientists in the world, Dr. Yuichiro Hikari, right? Is that so? I didn't know that. How did you know that? We ran a little background check on you beforehand. It's something that needs to be done here for the trial. Ah, but I'm jealous that your father is Dr. Hikari. I would love to talk with him, even for just a little bit. Really? I'll tell him that. You will? I was only half serious. I mean, I never thought... You seem to have a lot to talk about, but we should really get to the trial. Do not be distracted by this handsome man, Lan. He probably has an evil plan. No one is that happy without having an evil plot. The door's being repaired now. Please be patient. Actually, I'm a new prosecutor, just passed the bar exam, so I still don't know my left from my right. Uh-oh. Alright. Can't talk to him. It's called the judge tree. Of course, it isn't just a normal tree. It'll automatically make prudent, just court decisions. It is a milestone of a machine. Here, there's no need for a judge. God, the judge tree is so dumb. Judge tree is basically still a simple plant. I must still give it water and fertilizer. Actually, I'm in charge of making sure the judge tree stays healthy. Did I have to give it water and fertilizer? I'm so busy I don't have any free time at all. Ah! Gotta run to the basement. And there it is. There's the tree. I forgot it has a face! I forgot it has that face! I know what it's like. Well, since it makes all the judgments for the trials, I'd guess that it's got its own will like us net navies. So you think this tree can hear my voice too, just like you, Mega Man? I have no idea. Hey, Mr. Judge Tree, if you can hear me, answer, okay? Mr. Judge Tree. I said, hey. Ah, Lan, what are you... Don't lean over that far. Answer me. Stop it, Lan. Now you're just harassing it. But don't you think it should at least answer me? Maybe it's asleep. I don't believe her. Oh well, what can you expect? It's pretty much just a tree. Emergency. Emergency. What? What? Emergency. Emergency. We have a level 5 emergency situation. Maybe we should get outside. Yeah, let's go. Oh. What? Suspect surrounded. Begin capture. Suspect? Me? Again? Greentown Ordinance 3 states, with regard to the Judge Tree of Greentown, is recognized as something vital and important to the town. Therefore, anyone who causes harm to it will be removed in any way necessary. We, in accordance with the above ordinance, have determined you've harmed the Judge Tree. What's with these robots going around calling everyone suspicious or a suspect anyway? Told you to leave the Judge Tree alone. Come on. Well, the tree's vital and, important, and, yeah. Level 5 emergency. Use of stun arms approved. Wait, stun arms? Huh? They've stopped. What's going on? You wouldn't have any trouble if you had faster skills. Ah, it's that strange guy from before. Faster skills? You mean you're the one that jacked in and then crashed these robots at super fast speed? No way. Lan Hikari, you're at the center of all the trouble recently, but by the looks of it I can tell you're still oblivious. You still don't understand? This is what they call a setup. Setup? What? By who? Your Navi's too dangerous. While he's pushing himself, that thing is obedient. But what you can't see is how it's consuming your Navi. Something may occur that will cause us all serious trouble. If that were to happen, I will delete your Navi. Delete? Delete Mega Man? Don't mess with me. I wouldn't ever let that happen. Are you alright, Lan? I'm sorry. I went and touched the Judge Tree. Oh, that wasn't good. I guess I should have warned you beforehand. In any case, I don't think I know who you are, and your name is... I don't have to answer you. The Judge Tree is the most important thing in all of Greentown. No, all of Cyber City. If I suspect you of doing anything suspicious to the tree, I could get a warrant. Do what you want. Maybe I was the one who was going to harm the tree. After all, I do think this tree is a bit... troubled. But it's okay, me and my hat are out of here. What's with that guy? More importantly, Lan, the trial is about to start. Good luck. Now then, the trial of Captain Blackbeard will now commence. It spoke. The tree actually spoke. First, Prosecutor Ito, your opening statement. The defendant, Captain Blackbeard, is accused of endangering the lives of many people at the Seaside Aquarium by releasing the animals from their tanks and cages for the sake of watching people panic. We, the prosecution, cannot allow this sort of harmful, selfish behavior to go unpunished. Now I would like to call Lan Hikari to the witness stand. Here goes. Please state your name and occupation. Yes, sir, I'm Lan Hikari, and, I've never had octopus. Lan, that's not what he asked you. But he asked something about an octopus. No, he said occupation. What? Octobacon? That's not it either. What's with you and food? Now the witness will answer a few questions about the incident. Please answer to your best of your ability. On the day of the incident, you were just visiting and enjoying the aquarium. Is this correct? Yeah. I mean, yes, that's right. Can you please tell the court exactly what happened? My friend and I were about to go home, and suddenly we heard screaming, and before we knew it, there were sharks and piranhas all over the place. I see. Moving on to my next question. Now think back. Was the man you saw and fought in a net battle with the same man you see sitting over there, the defendant Captain Blackbeard? Yes, that's him. But Captain Blackbeard didn't just mess up the aquarium, he also took my friend hostage. I'd recognize that evil face anywhere. This is very decisive testimony. I don't see the need to hear an explanation from the defendant. Mega Man, is this all I needed to do testify? Yeah, I guess so. You did great. I will now pass judgment, for I am a tree. The defendant was acting out of malice and selfishness. This sort of evil behavior cannot be forgiven. Therefore, I pronounce the defendant, Captain Blackbeard, guilty. I sentence you to the punishment room for an indefinite amount of time. Not part. This was not part of the deal, you filthy lion. I'll send you to Davy Jones's locker, you scurvy rat. Arr. What the? He didn't say one word during the entire trial, and now he makes a big fuss? This is how criminals always act. When he heard the verdict and realized how serious his crime was, he objected, just as all criminals do. Please remove the guilty party. Please remove him while doing sick moonwalk. Well done. So what did you think of your first trial? I was so nervous. But the judge tree is really cool. I guess a tree can run a trial after all. You see? Actually, the judge tree was my idea. Really? It was a small idea I had in college, but surprisingly it got bigger and bigger. That's awesome, Ito. I refuse to forgive any evildoers. So my dream is to someday create a society with no crime. The judge tree is the first step to making my dream come true. Sorry I got a little carried away there. Anyway, I must prepare for my next trial, so I have to go. Stop by and visit sometime, okay? You are too nice. You are probably evil. I mean, I definitely know the answer to that, but... You are probably evil. He looks so cool. I want to be like him when I grow up. Well, you're not going to be like him the way you are now. First, you've got to study a whole lot more. Come on, let's go home and do some homework. Aww. Oh, we got an email. Miss Pat Farron has opened a net battler school in Greentown. How would you like to learn from a yummy net battler? Hey, we can do the Slash Man scenario now. Mini scenario, that is. You know what? How's about we get Slash Man going? Miss Farron? Wow, I'm surprised to see you here. You have something to do in Greentown? Yeah, something like that. What are you doing in Greentown? Well, I started a cooking class here. Oh, perfect timing. How would you like to take my class? Once class starts, you aren't allowed to quit. You must stay here until class is over. Is that okay? Alright. Today's class is all about cyber cooking. For example, when chefs want to make a new dish, they must try again and again until they get it right. But all those ingredients are wasted. Cyber cooking lets you perfect the dish in the cyber world so that it can be made in the real world. Slash Man is in that recipe book's computer. I'll leave the operating to you. Alright. Let's close up my drink here. And yeah, let's do the Slash Man stuff. Slash Man! I'm Slash Man. There's nothing in the world my claws can't slice. Good to be working with you, Lamb. Now let's get slashing. Please operate Slash Man and collect cyber veggies for us to cook with. But it's not like we can just go get the veggies. We've got to have Slash Man cut the veggies right there. So here's what you need to know about our ingredients. Cyber cabbages are grown in this area. Please cut up 80 grams of cyber cabbage. And listen carefully. Once you cut into a cyber veggie, they tend to go bad almost right away. You've got to finish cutting it before it goes bad completely. In this area, you have to get 80 grams before you run out of cabbage heads. Otherwise, you'll have to start all over. Alright. So Slash Man is a very interesting Navi because he's very different from his Robot Master version. In fact, if you want a Robot Master that looks like Slash Man from Mega Man 7, Beast Man and Mega Man Battle Network 3, going back to that one, of course, is actually a lot closer to the kind of Slash Man's, you know, savage look. In Battle Network, Slash Man EXE is more of a martial artist. But he looks cool. And it's weird because Beast Man also greatly resembles Slash Beast from Mega Man X4. Gotta cut up the veggie before it goes bad. Ready? Great food! Got bonus points! Alright, let's get the second cabbage. Alright, we got 5 seconds. But if we do it correctly, we get bonus points. Alright, that's 80 grams. Slash! You're actually pretty good at this. Alright, but there's still more cyber cooking to go. The next area is a bit tougher, so get ready. Alright, well, if we get into a virus encounter, we can also, see what Slash Man's capabilities are. There we go. Slash Man! As you would expect, is a sword-based Navi. But I do not remember what all of his abilities are. So let's... I think his normal... Yeah, charge shot is the kunai. And the kunai are kind of interesting because they actually deal damage if the enemy is inside the hitbox as they spawn. Well, that's Rolling Slash, and that's not exactly the greatest ability. Or Rolling Slash probably would be better if we just aimed it properly, actually. But hey. We're also learning another limitation of these Link Navis. They don't have your Navi customization, and as such, you can't always use your Navi customization abilities. So we've got some slicing and dicing power, but unfortunately we don't have like float shoes or air shoes. Alright, we need 120 grams of carrots. Alright, and that'll also cut that tree down for us. Got an HP plus 100. I just love Slash Man's like cool kung fu design. It's really cool. Well, okay. It would require for the Battle Network anime to actually get more seasons in North America, but if Mattel had come out with like action figures for like Slash Man and some of the other crazy Navis from later on, that would have been cool. I mean, Slash Man does have a little bit of a problem here, but it's nothing that punches can't solve. Of course, I do want to be careful as well. Every Navi has weaknesses. And those Armadillos do not cooperate with Slash Man well. Alright, let's get some carrots. 4 seconds. Ready. Great food! Got bonus points! And thankfully, the next food is right here. There we go. So I was a little bit shaky on that one. Alright, let's get our carrots. Ready, cut. There we go. Bonus food. Alright, I got 120 grams of carrots. You're getting better at cutting. That's how it's done. Next year is Green Area 2. Keep up the momentum. Let's do a little bit of folder modification real quick. Okay. So we've got corn. Maybe I should start adding some corn to the list. Maybe. Iron Shell would actually be pretty good. The problem is, I don't want this folder to become like 2 alphabet soup. And it's a little bit soupy right now. Program Advance is good though, that's the problem. No. I'm gonna do some changing around here. Do you actually have a fair amount of J chips? And by fair amount, I mean not that many, actually. Oh well. Let's give this folder a try. Kill the metal. We tried to kill the metal. Oh. I can reach me. Let's use our evasive skills. Put them to the test. The battle between knives and armadillos. Knives win. Alright, let's get radishes. 160 grams. Radish serving time, or radish finding time right now. There we go. Alright, let's use Flame Hook. Now it's time for the hook. Alright, we've got 3 seconds. There we go. And I'm gonna start throwing the shoulder buttons at us now, too. I can do this without fucking up, however. That'd be nice. Damn it. As soon as I said it. Alright, ready, cut. Need more sliced veggies. I don't think I'm gonna do this one. They're throwing some more complex patterns at me. There's a lot of people are probably aware I'm a simpleton. Alright, those bees do a lot of damage. We've got honey. Give me them radishes. I need to redeem myself. There we go. Bonus points. .55 out of 160. Please tell me there's one more around here. Lan, there aren't any more cyber veggies in this area. Alright, let's try again. Alright. So let's not botch things this time. Great food. Alright. I can slow down and read a little bit. I think I'm going a little bit too hasty in trying to sight read. Sight read. There we go. Get them bonus points. Nice, we're doing a lot better. Who would have thought that slowing down a little bit would have been the solution? No, today you eat fireball corn. No, today you eat corn, Armadillo. There we go. Got as a hit scan weapon like a cannon. Hit scan corn. You heard it here first, folks. Alright. There we go. Great food! Alright, we got those radishes. Now let's put the finishing touches on this disc. Or dish. Not disc. Use the veggies he brought as ingredients and make some tasty cyber soup. It'll take a while until it's ready, so in the meantime, shall we move on to the last lesson? The final lesson will be a battle between your Navi and my Navi, /Man. Alright, let's-a go. Alright. Corn is perfect for the for this fight, because it allows us to set some glass panels as well. Oh, he's fast. Okay. But it's fine that he's fast. I was trying to get a little bit too cocky there, huh? Alright, let's use the power of our beast. Nice counter hit. And we finish it with Big Hook. Never mind. We finish it by whiffing Big Hook. There we go. And with that, we get Slash Man's battle chip. Ha 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 ha! You're a natural. There's nothing left to teach you. You'll be a great cook one day. Congratulations, Lan, you've passed my class. Slash Man is yours to operate. Now you can use Slash Man's skills during a Slash Cross. Use it well, okay? Well, the Cyber Soup should be just about done. How about it? Wanna let your Navi give it a taste? Here, Mega Man, give this a taste. Alright, here it goes. This is... The flavor of each vegetable comes through very well. They harmonize very well too for the perfect balance. Wow. So delicious that I can't even put it into words. Alright, we have the power of soup now. Alright. So before we quit, I do want to show off Slash Cross. So let's jack into the net real quick. And you have email. Explaining Slash Cross. Activating Slash Cross will give all sword attack chips that don't dim the screen 50 plus power. Powering up a sword chip will also make the chip stronger. Breaker attacks will do double damage to you. Alright, as the nice lady said, we have slashing powers now. Any sword chip that doesn't dim the screen gains an increase to its power. And we can increase its power even further by charging it up. Our charge shot becomes this kind of wide slashing attack that hits a couple panels in front of us. And let's get in one more battle so we can get Slash Beast going. Alright, just give it a sec. Wait for the custom screen to fill up. There we go. You also notice that it attacks the row in front of Mega Man if there's an enemy in the row in front of Mega Man. Alright. Slash Beast looks cool. And the fact that we have lock-on with our sword chips and more powerful sword chips. If you like swords, you will like Slash Boss and Slash Beast. But not the boss Slash Beast. We now have... You know what? Never mind. Just we have Slash Cross. Everything's perfectly a-okay. I think, however, if I go to sleep, there's probably going to be a bit of a cutscene going on. Oh, never mind, there's a cutscene right now. Hey, Lan! Hey, it's Dad! What's up, Dad? Were you at my school? I had to do something there. Oh yeah, I went to a trial and testified today, Dad. Oh? That's a really big responsibility. Why don't you tell me all about it once we get home? Becoming a witness is incredible. You've gained another good experience, Lan. Alright. It's time for bed. You want to say what happened today? Yeah. Alright, there should be one cutscene that we can get out of the way. The next day. Okay, are you ready for another energy-filled day? Speaking of energy-filled, this Blackboard got some special maintenance done on it yesterday, and now it works like it got a new set of batteries. And that just gets me all fired up, ready to teach. Special maintenance? Huh. Didn't Dad say something about doing something? Dad boosted the Blackboard's power, so you should be like the board. No napping. Lan, you're hopeless. Lan, wake up. You're gonna make Mr. Mock mad again. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Huh? Keep it down, Mega Man. I didn't make that sound. It came from that closet behind us. The closet? I don't hear anything. Huh? That's strange. I could swear I heard something just now. There's someone or something in the closet. It's finally over. And you slept through most of it. No way. I was listening. In my dreams. Gotta pay more attention in class, Lan. What happened to wanting to be like that prosecutor from yesterday? Lan, you've got mail. Oh, read it, read it. You really... Oh, it's from Mom. Huh? No, can't be. What's wrong? Did something happen? Lan, listen carefully and stay calm. Dad? Dad's been arrested. Arrested? You're kidding, right? I don't want to believe it either, but that's what... Why did they arrest him? That's not right. It can't be true. It can't be. Why did they... Lan, we can't lose our heads. I know how you feel. We've got to stay calm at a time like this. Let's go home and see what Mom has to say about all this. Alright. Let's check our email. Lan, call me as soon as you can. Dad, he was arrested by the police. I have no idea what is going on. Alright. We're gonna leave this for now. Save our data. And I'm probably going to pick this up, pick it back up, whenever. I know that tomorrow I am going to be doing, of course, my usual weekly TF Tuesday. So if you guys like Team Fortress 2, I will be doing some Team Fortress 2 that afternoon. Not gonna start it like in the morning or noon or anything like that. I'm gonna start in the afternoon because I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow too. Other than that, I don't really have that much of a schedule, so I might just be doing Mega Man Battle Network 6 whenever, but I will be doing some on Sunday. But, regardless of any of that, how's about we go see if there's a raid target around? Rady McRaiderson. Let's get to intermission going. No one I really want to raid. Alright, well that's fine. Since I don't have anyone to raid, I will be pimping someone else's stream as well. A certain Mr. Play with the J is going to be streaming today, 4 o'clock Eastern PM, or 4 o'clock PM Eastern. He's going to be continuing Blue Reflection, a RPG on the PS4 and Vita about magical girls. And it seems like a kind of an interesting game so far. So if you like magical girls, then go check that out. And also, Jay's just a really nice dude, so go check him out anyway. And I will be seeing everyone, or at least some people, I guess, later. So thank you everyone for tuning in. See you guys whenever I continue this.